Like when we used to do this, and then like, oh my gosh, we went through a lot.
With a chalk duster. And then they
Yes.
hit you here.
Yeah.
And then you get those evil ones who would hit you here. So I don't think they're aware. That is something that I was fully aware of because I'm dark. And my grandmother there used to like to call me, what should she call me? She was just saying it. Yeah, when I'm on show. Like my grandmother used to say primary. I don't have a memory of primary that I can recollect when say like, hey, that was the best. I don't even have the grade where I can say like, oh, that was the best time of my life. Like same, yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any recollection of like fond memories in high school. Because also in primary school I was bullied. So like yeah. So I was like bullied.
Oh, in primary school I used to hang with the bullies. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Our Safe Space. I'm not alone. I'm with my favorite co-host. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Pimza, aka Pimelo. But you know, I got the lowdown. We back. Like I said on the other one, like we back. So for us not being so sorry not for rocking, guys, but we back.
Yeah, we're back. And yeah, like he said, his name is Pimela, and my name is Ntabi, also known as Ntabi. And today we actually have a topic that we're gonna go back to our childhood. We're gonna talk about childhood traumas. Do we have any childhood traumas? And yeah, let's talk about it.
This is our safe space, guys. Let's rock.
So yeah, let's talk about your childhood. Like, what was it like growing up? Let's start with the fond moments. Like anything that was cute that you remember about your childhood.
Everything that was cute. You remember those games? What do you call them? Indigenous games. It's like when I think of,
is it my keta?
Like it's bull, yeah.
Tennis.
It's bull. What's this? Kopamambu.
Like
all those things. Like those are like when I think about my childhood, it's the best place where I can go to.
Same. I remember my keta. It was with the hopscotch.
Yeah, with the hopscotch. What is this? This one.
Skipping rope. Yeah, those are really fun. But as much as we have fun memories, we also have the upside of it, which is like the traumas, you know. So do you have any childhood traumas?
Like my cousin said the other day, I remember like when we come from school, we had to sleep immediately. I don't know why. It's like you come from school, you go home, you get inside, you change, and you eat, you sleep, you wake up, you do your homework. If you dodge, they're gonna beat you up. So he was like, right, we were literally beat up because we wanted to go out and live our best lives. We didn't want to sleep, so we were beat up. So when I think about that, yeah, that's one of the things that stick out. Like you guys getting beaten up and all of that for going to the street. You see how much it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. When you think about it right now, it's like. And also, it's funny how like we were couple punishment wasn't like that bad at their time. Like it was. A couple punishment in my time was justifiable. It was right. It was the right thing to do. Yes. It was like. It's like in line. Yeah, it was that was the thing back then. To discipline a child. It was even at schools we used to get beat up. We used to do this, and then like, oh my gosh, we went through a lot. With a chalk duster. Yes. And then they hit you here. Yeah. And then you get those evil ones who would hit you here. Okay, I was never beaten here, but those evil teachers who had their own problems at home. They came with their own problems, with their own kids who don't listen to them, and they have all of these problems. They come and beat you here with the dust. No, I can relate. I had this teacher. I didn't like her because she used to beat us all the time. Teacher, we don't like you. I don't know you, but we don't like you. And also, it's funny how these memories live with us for so long. Yeah, it's something. It's something that we carry even into our adult, like early, like let's say late teenage lives, and you go into your early adulting life. It's like something that we carry. It is. It's something we carry deep inside of us. It's something that I don't know. It's triggers, man. It is. It's triggers. These people, like, I feel like somehow, like when I look at kids or the way kids are being raised now, this is us. It's so different. Now it's like Like everyone, it's so. I remember not even having an opinion. You cannot have an opinion. You cannot have an opinion because they were like, "Oh, bahul." That time, that grown person is wrong to the core, and then like you just have to sit there and be quiet because like now you gotta look at you like you're rude. You cannot back chat. So like no, it's not even back chatting. Sometimes when you correct them now, it's like, are you back chatting?
Now you know better than
you know better than me. Oh, it's like those type of moves. So like yeah, but now like kids now, kids now
are actually living soft. They living their best lives.
They have it soft, like they have it easy because of I don't know. They say too many rights, but we had these rights. We came in, these rights were already there. Or was it like us? We don't matter.
The rights were being introduced when we were born, when we were like just growing, so they weren't that deep, I guess.
It's still though, but I don't know. How do you think? I want to ask you a question. How do you feel like the way that we came from, the past that we come from, all the corporate, like, and all these punishments were in, and the way kids are right now, which one is better?
I don't personally, I'm also one of those people who used to get like a little beating and a here and there. But I feel like I wouldn't want to raise my child that way, right? So
getting a little
spanking and a here and there. Like I wouldn't want to raise my child like that because it's just like, why are you hurting me, bro? You know. So I think rather putting, if I had to punish a child, I would do it. Maybe I'll take away the gadgets because kids these days have gadgets and they love the gadgets so much. So things like that, like taking away your gadgets, I don't know, grounding you, or whatever works for your kid because you know your kid best. So like, yeah, like no iPad, no Wi-Fi, no, you're not going to your friends.
You sound like this Facebook meme, no?
Which one?
When they say like Rona is black kids, like you get this spanking, you get this beating, and then the white kids is like, go upstairs, go to your
grounded for the whole
week. Grounded for a whole week. You sounded like you're giving that vibe now.
But also, I think I'm also just like dreaming. I mean, dreamland right now because I'm not a parent yet, so it's not really what I'm not really sure if that's what I'll do. You know, I'm just like
because like for me, I don't know either because for me like you're not in that situation yet. You're not in it. Like the best way to experience something is to be in it. So we can say whatever we want to say when we're looking from the outside in. But when from the inside now it's like it's a bit different. Now you understand why that child got that spanking now and then because it's like it was too much. Like everything was just too much. So for me personally, for me I would say I don't know. Like I don't know, like I don't know because I feel like we carry too much trauma, man. We carry too much trauma, we carry too much anger outside in the world now. And I don't think the way we were raised actually it has its upside and then it has its downside. The downside is the fact that we carry all of these traumas with us. We carry all of these like hurt with us. We carry these especially for boys, especially boys back then, it was harder. You carry all of this hatred also in you because you cannot say anything. You didn't have an opinion. You will look like as a person who doesn't have an opinion just because you're younger. So for me, like I feel like this generation, us, that is gonna be the parents of the future, we can actually do it a little bit better, a little bit different, like a little bit more with because we have done this, we have the experience, and we have that. The trauma
but like, can I ask a question? Do you feel like, or do you think that if you had to hit your kid, do you think that it causes, like, it makes them afraid of you somehow because
it does.
You're hitting them?
I feel like it does.
Yeah, because now you're afraid, like you said.
Like also like didn't know like also like with our parents were back in the day, like when you ask for something, the first thing that would come to their mind is what? Is no.
Yeah.
The person hasn't even thought about what you asked. They didn't even give you. They didn't even give themselves time to let it sink in first, and
like,
then
what is it that
what you're asking, but they will immediately tell you no. Like so, like such things, like like the child builds a war between parent and child. And then now your child cannot come with these deep things now, because like, if I cannot talk about you with easy stuff, how the hell am I going to speak to you with the deep important
It actually builds up to like the later stage in life.
Yeah, it builds like to, from now you have this distinct, I feel like you have this distance, and you have this distinct, and you have this anger towards the parent, because like now you feel like they were not there in your important times of your life when you needed them. But it's not actually that. It's also the fact that they are not approachable. Are parents actually approachable, guys? Like, please leave it somewhere. Please comment there. Are black parents approachable, guys? I feel like that's the thing that you should have asked me first. Like, are black parents actually? I don't think they're approachable. Most black parents are not approachable.
Yeah, I think so too. Also, it's because like my sister used to say that she was like, she doesn't want to raise a child. She doesn't want a child to call her mama, because mama is a lot of, according to her, right? She was like, mama is this, like, it kind of like puts like a barrier between their relationship, right? So she wants the child to feel more comfortable with her. Like the child shouldn't feel like this is my, like someone who's like above me.
Superior.
And then, yeah, like
the way we were raised like older people.
Yes.
Superior to you.
She wants
whatever they say is always right.
Yeah, like she wants to have this like a safe space between her and her son.
A channel between communication.
Yeah, so like even I'm like, okay, I was like, maybe it's your trauma speaking with the whole mama thing and whatever, like the difference between mama and mommy. But I understand where she comes from, you know. Yeah, probably like that's also her trauma speaking a little bit. Yeah, mama has.
I'm here for people who call their parents with their first names. I'm here for that.
Do you call your parents for their first names? Okay, we need to talk about that actually, because I don't think it's really normalized in black households. It comes like as a form of disrespect. This is also seen like when you meet an elder, maybe in the streets, you can't say, "Yeah, when I yeah, you can't be like, "Hello, Dipu." Like that's your name.
But that's your name. It's in the ID, bro.
It is.
Nothing changes.
But now it comes across as like disrespectful. It does. I also feel like it does. Why are you not calling Dipu or Zipu?
Okay, but you can put the Uz there.
Yeah.
But you're still calling her with the name.
Yes, but at least putting Uz
Rebecca.
There, a little respect
you're still calling her Rebecca.
Yes.
For me, it doesn't change anything.
Mama
I'm not saying that you should be upfront about it, Rebecca, or something like that. I know that I know I was just teasing. I know that's some disrespectful because of the way that we were raised, but we're still calling them by the first names. They just wanna feel sus. They just wanna feel sus. Yeah. So like for me, like yeah, but also like you just said, like your sister said, you don't want her child to call her by mama. And do you know that scary thing also is now parenting doesn't have a formula, doesn't have a manual. There's no good parenting, there's no bad parenting, but
you do what works for you also.
Other parents out here. Yeah, wait now. Other parents out here. Oh, yeah, the extreme. Yeah. So like that ain't nah, but I don't feel like, but isn't it also a bit scary when you build this relationship, like almost friendship with your child? Is that not?
Because there won't be a boundary. There won't be like.
But I feel like a lot of boundaries will be crossed. I feel like a lot of. Now when I'm angry, because I'm not used to calling you mama, and now I'm screaming your first name from the top of my lungs.
I hate you. I hate you, Pamela. I hate you. I start really dare to give me your name.
Grow up like white people.
No, I did not.
These are things that we used to see in the movies. You know, it was always white kids saying that. Like I don't think anybody. I've never actually seen a black child who actually speaks like that
to their parents. Same.
Because I feel like, oh, you're gonna get dropped where you stand.
Exactly, I feel the same way too. Also, do you have any traumas or any childhood traumas from like primary school or high school? Anything happened that still kind of affects you till this day?
What happened at primary?
You're one of the cool kids.
No. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me say this name. Me personally never liked school. So when I was at school, my thing was I have to do whatever it is to take so I can get out of here. That's the only way I can get out of here. I don't think like I even spoke this the other day with my cousin. I don't think I actually enjoyed primary. I don't have a memory of primary that I can recollect and say like, hey, that was the best. I don't even have the grade where I can say like, oh, that was the best time of my life. Like I was so focused on, because I don't like school. I still don't like school. I was just focused on like I need to get out of here. And the only way I can get out of here is I have to excel in my schoolwork and I have to pass. I have to get the hell out of here. I have to leave this place. So, but in high school it was a bit different though. In high school, it changed around here about my grade 10, grade 11. When I started,
as you started becoming more fun.
I started enjoying school now. I started enjoying going to school because now I would chill with the Owens today. I would chill with the Kellys there.
I knew they were going to be.
I would come, and me, I was like the ones that like to go chill with the girls because the girls had all the tea, and so they were always spilling the tea all the time. So I was like there all the time. So and with the guys, normally with the guys, I used to chill with the guys normally when we play soccer. So when we play soccer, there was my I can say when I high school, that was one of my fondest moments. It's break time playing soccer. But then there was this Mr. You know yourself who used to take people's heads and would take the ball because only you. I don't know what happened in his life that day. So he made it not nice, but yeah, for high school there was it.
Personally, I also didn't like school. I didn't like school. Like, if I had to give you a fond memory of me in school, man, it's quite primary. I don't have one. High school, I would say.
Same, yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any recollection of like fond memories in high school. Because also in primary school, I was bullied. So like, yeah. So I was like bullied.
Oh, in primary school, I used to hang with the bullies.
Oh, you see, the ones, but it's different, like being a bully and hanging out. But also, man, birds of a feather. Birds of a feather.
So you say I'm a bully?
Birds of a feather flock together. But then, like,
I never bullied anyone. I don't bully people.
Actually, speaking about bullies, I saw this guy who used to like bully me, like in public, and I saw him. I felt so, I don't know, man. I greeted, but I was just like, yeah.
And also me, this is also this other boy back then in primary. He liked to call me names, man. I think I don't know. Should I call him my bully?
That's a form of bullying.
Yeah, so he used to call me names, and I met with him. Now I met the other time I met with him in my adult life. Hey, this man is calling me fruit man now. I was like, you see, life, it would humble you, my boy.
But I'm pretty sure that they don't even remember.
They don't remember. I don't think they go back to, they have that type of memory about it. They always feel, I feel like when they look at you like, oh, that kid I used to go to school with.
Exactly. So I wonder, like, if I had to tell the guy, remember you did this. I can't remember what exactly he did, but I remember
I feel like they know,
the feeling.
I feel like deep down they know. They just don't want to own up to it. Probably. They don't want to own up to it because, like, you know, when you bully someone and you turn out like this in life and they turn out something different to you, it's like, I kind of messed up.
But also, like, I feel like bullying also played like a big role in my life because I don't know why I was bullied. I was like, just people just mean to me, and that turned me into a people pleaser because I wanted to do everything and anything to just.
So you wanted people to like you.
Example, I would do anything just to keep friends because I didn't have friends. I'm like, I don't want this girl to stop being my friend. So because I don't have friends and everybody else just bullies me. And then there were times where I was like, just like I couldn't even like speak up for myself. But then that like transcended into when I went to high school. So I was bullying primary and I was like, going to high school next year. This is like the last time this happens to me. Hey, I'm gonna stand up for myself. Also, I'm going to this high school where I know that there's gonna be people who are gonna be like older than me. People are gonna do what. Yeah. So I was like mentally preparing myself. And then I went to high school and I kind of turned like I started becoming very defensive. You know, so somebody would say something.
That's what people would, that type of trauma.
Yeah. So like,
and that's what they do. Their first reaction is to defend.
To defend, because like I'm seeing you as like a threat, like you want to attack me.
Now you attack first
before you can attack me. Exactly. Because she wasn't my friend, but she was somebody who my classmate. She was like, when a person can't say anything to you without you fighting them, you know, because I understood that this is my defense mechanism. I need to attack you before you can attack me, you know. So that was how it went. But I struggled with making friends because I was always attacking people. It seemed like I was attacking them first. And whenever somebody, like, so that became like a huge problem for me. Even like recently with my relationships, with my friendships, it's the thing of
it's
when
still
someone,
something that
still happens today. Like, you'll say something to me, but then it translates as this person is attacking me. So I don't really hear what you're saying. I'm just like,
so when you are just like, I'm not gonna listen to you first.
Yes. But like I'm glad I also came to this realization because now I'm aware of it. Now I know that okay, not everybody's out to get no, yeah, not everybody's out to get me. We are healing slowly. We are healing slowly.
Yeah, for me also, like I used to, like back then in my child life, like especially in high school, when I was like forming, I never struggled with making friends. Like I never had that problem of how to make a friend or like so with me. But I had a problem with losing friends. I don't like it. I don't like it when now you leaving me. Why are you leaving me, bro?
Same.
I'm the life of the party. You leaving me. So like I had that, man, and it's like until now, and I was like, you know, I don't give a f about these people. And I was like, it's cool, shit. Like the more you leave, the more peace I found, and then the more I feel like I'm becoming the person that I want to be. Like, you know, I become freely. I move different now. Like, I don't have to go to who. You know, I'm not seen with who. I'm not going where I don't want to be. You understand? So, like, I have less people around me now. Now I maneuver how I want to maneuver. You know, I'm not being like influenced into something. You know,
and it also helps you like just to understand yourself better.
Yeah,
there's less people around.
Less people around me. Yeah, so like I was like really like for me, I would not like the people. You know, the people who would watch this. If they watch this, they would know. They know. That like losing people really bothered me until I grew up, and I felt like I'm not losing anything, man. I'm actually gaining here. And like, you know, look how peaceful it is now. Like I don't have anyone. Like, you know, sometimes when you're trying to have a lazy day, you're just trying to relax. You don't want to do anything. Now you don't have anyone calling you, coming to you. Like you can have that. You understand? Like if you want to go, yeah. You see, if you want to do something, you can just do it. Like if, like for instance, they want to go out and you don't want to go, or probably want to go to a restaurant or something, you can do that. No one can influence you now because there's no longer that. A lot of people around you now. This one want to do that. This one want to do that. Then now it's like now we have to go with a majority thing. So that isn't that thing anymore. It's just you now. You have like you're in control of your life. So like it's fine when people walk away from you guys. It's fine. Like it might not make sense at that moment when you're still figuring it out, figuring yourself out. Yeah, it's gonna hurt a bit. But as soon as you figure out your bearings and you figure yourself out now in life, it's gonna get better for you. Now you're gonna understand like, I'm not actually that type of person. You know, there's other friend of mine, and we once spoke, and we were friends. How should I say we were friends now? I don't know how to put this. We're friends. You were really friends, or you just like acquainted? I don't know how, in this time now, in this moment, how should I put it? Are they still part of your life? Should I say we're friends or we're not friends? Really that. You were something. Really that. You see, and then we once had a conversation, and like his friends that he has now, it's like people who I don't want to judge people. There's people that go out often. You see, they enjoy that life. And then he was like, you know, I don't actually like drinking, bro. And I'm like, why do you drink? And he said, you see, like, and I was like, this guy hasn't figured out what he actually wants in his life yet. He was doing it because his friends were doing it. I feel like it's like that journey he needs to go through it until he makes his own. Yeah, he makes his own. You know, we all need that experiences in life. We need to go through something for us to fully understand, like, this is what I want and this is not what I want. But I was happy that he came to a realization stage, you know, when he was like, I actually don't like this. You know, like, and then I was like, excuse me, and I was like, you know, it's cool, Chief, man. You need to figure yourself out. You need to figure out what you want, and you need to surround yourself with people who want the same things that you want. If you don't have those people, it's fine also people to be who aligned with you. Yeah, it's fine to be alone. Sometimes people look at like being alone. It's like this. Like you are, like it's a bad thing. We used to tease kids that used to, you remember how like kids back in the day, how they used to be like, are they, you know, those kids at school? Yeah, making fun of the loners. Yeah, they eat their lunch alone. They never association with everyone. Can't these people had the? They cracked the code. They cracked this way back when we were still like. They had this like they found peace before we even knew what peace is actually in life. Those people had the jam back then, and we tried to make them feel down just
we
because
try to make them feel bad.
We don't understand.
They were different from us. That's what we do.
But that's what everyone do. Like even in black, even in black households, like even with parents, that's what they do. Have you seen like how black, especially black parents who have like multiple kids, that's what they do. The child that they don't understand is like they block this child, man. It's like this child becomes almost like the least favorite child. Like, you know, some parents have kids who don't like genuinely, who don't talk much. Like those kids who just like, you would even think this kid is mute or something. Like this kid doesn't talk. Like you know, like that's the way that some people, like, it's sad because some people, the way they are treated in society out here, actually it also happens at home. Like, because I once spoke to my cousin about this thing. I was like, are you aware that black people have a lot of colorism? And then he was like, why do you say that? I was like, black people have a lot of colorism because of, have you seen how they treat the lighter skinned child versus the dark skinned child? The lighter skinned one, everything is smooth for this one. Like, when it's their birthdays, they get the best gifts. But do you chores think wise, they don't really do that much chores as the one who's dark. Like, I feel like you should understand that our parents come from an age where light was considered as better than dark. But do you think that they do this consciously? I don't think so. I don't think they're aware. But it's something that I was fully aware of because I'm dark. And my grandmother used to like to call me, what she call me? She was saying it. You were no munchu. Like my grandmother used to say, you were no munchu or something like that. Right? My grandmother used to say that to me. And my grandmother, like for my mother's side of the family, my mother's mother, she's light, like she's very, very, she's like light skinned. Like she's very light skinned. Like, and then my grandfather is dark skinned. He's very dark. And my mom is also dark skinned. And then my grandma, when I was young, my grandma would like, and my cousin that I used to play with all the time, he was light skinned. That's how I cracked the code for it. Can't see this thing when you have this color, you are. Man. I legit, I am not lying to you. I swear, guys. If you, I'm sure some of you guys would relate to this story. You guys would know what I'm talking about. Like, I swear, like parents, like the one who's lighter gets better treatment than the one who is dark skinned. And that thing then used to make me feel terrible until like I grew up, I became a teenage boy, and then I was like, I became comfortable in my skin. The nicest thing about me is that I became comfortable in my skin very early in my life. Like the way I look, I was never offended about how I look. And then there's nothing, no one could ever take that away from me. And like for me, like the things that were supposed to challenge me, I actually learned them. I learned them very early, at an early age, like how to live with them, and I made them like me. I became comfortable with it. You made them part of yourself. Yeah. So like, nice. So for me, there was not a challenge actually. It's for other people. But in Tabelege, I was laughing at my story. It was just funny, man. I'm just imagining it like, yes, geez. Like, I swear, like, what did she say? You went on Munchu. Yeah, but I'm glad actually that, like, I'm glad that didn't affect you in any way, like, growing up. It was supposed to. It was supposed to. Imagine me now bleaching myself. Imagine that. I have no, sorry guys, I have no, like, anything for anyone who would do it. I have nothing against that. But I made it a point to be comfortable in my skin. Because you can't change it. Yeah. And I used to tell my mother, and I would tell my grandmother, do you know people who are dark like me have a lot of melanin? And I was like, we are going to be younger, longer. We're not going to age like y'all. Y'all get wrinkled up fast, like. And my grandmother, I started making my grandmother uncomfortable now. Wow. And I was like, but it's karma, guys. Everyone has to go through karma in life, you understand? Like, and then I was like, no, we are going to live longer. Not like, generally, like, dark skin people are going to live longer, but just saying, like, but we, black don't crack, bro. Black don't crack. Black don't crack, bro. Black don't crack. So for me, that was like my thing. I won in life with that one. Well, I actually like your mindset because it didn't break you. Like, I commend you for that. It really didn't break you. Yeah. So it would have broke some people though, but I figure that everyone should be comfortable in their skin. Whether you light skinned, whether you dark skinned, whether you white, whether you colored, everyone should be comfortable in their own skin. And we should start learning our past childhood traumas. Just figure a way to unlearn all of these things and then live life. Because if we are stuck in the past, we are not progressing. And I always try to tell myself this, like, someone used to tell me that I don't take life serious. You've chilled around me. You know how I act. Sometimes it looks like I have zero problems in my life, but I do. But then I once told this person, like, if you are too focused on the past, you're gonna be stuck there.
And you miss out on what's happening.
If you're worrying too much about the future, you're eventually not gonna get there. You must be focused in the present. Build the present for wherever you're going. Because if you are focusing on something, you focus on something you don't have. By the time you reach it, there would be something else that you already want.
And there's something else that you're already stressing about, like now.
Yeah, by the time, like, if you want, let's say, if you want like a polo this year, and then you stress about that, and like 2-3 years later you get that polo, there's gonna be another range of polo that's flyer than the one that you were stressing about. You understand? Like, so like there's always gonna be something better. You understand? Like
because J. Cole said,
exactly.
Love yours.
Love yours. Love what's yours. Like, love what's with you. Love what's with you. If someone is also for you, be with that person. Don't associate yourself with people who are not for you. Now you are put in situations where you're not trying to be, or where you don't like. Just enjoy what's yours, bro.
That's true. That's true. I think I would like to ask a question about the childhood traumas. Like, is there how have you worked through them? Like, you did mention that you used to, like, you kind of used it to build you and to, like, build your character instead of letting it break you. But is there any other ways that you dealt with it? Or
other ways that I dealt with it? Nah, not really. Like, for me, I just let the past be. Like, let me say, I haven't dealt with everything that I've gone through in my life. There's still things that I haven't figured out. There's still things that I want to figure out. But then my cousin once told me also that, my brother, you cannot now know everything in life. You must come down to a bit, like, there's certain things that probably certain things you are not meant to know, or not meant to figure out in life. But you need to. He also told me, like, he cooked it up very nicely for me. He said that you need to learn how to unlearn all those things. You need to,
and you need to also be willing to unlearn.
Yeah, you need to be willing to unlearn all of those things. My cousin came the other day to me, and then he was talking about all of these things. How you see, like, I come from a house where back in the day we had a big family. You know, the grandma, like our grandparents, the grandmother was there. Like, we stayed all together. You know, we grew up in that big family space. You know, and he was like, you know, the way that we were raised, I don't think we were raised right. And then I was like, there is no formula to raising children. They did what they thought was best for them,
and what they could at that time, in that
they
time,
you know? And I said, also told him, like, the decisions that they made with us. Like I said, we used to get just to go play because you wanna go play. Right now, look at our grandparents. They'd be like, yeah, they can spell that better, you know, with these these young ones now. Like, you know, I feel like they're trying to unlearn now. They are trying to unlearn certain things about them. And also, I would like to say that Black parents also need to apologize to their kids now.
Yeah, they need to learn how to apologize
for everything that they've done.
Because it also helps with, like,
and going forward, like, you know, Black parents never say sorry. Even when they're wrong, they would never tell you sorry.
You'll be like, yeah,
they would bribe you or something. Yeah, or like they would. Other ones are even harsher. Like, they don't catch you. Like, so, like, Black parents need to learn how to apologize and say sorry. And also, like, they need to let children also speak their minds and be free. If they don't want to, if they don't want their kids to end up with a lot of mental issues also, they need to allow children in their houses to have an opinion I'm not saying the child should be opinionated or be disrespectful, but everyone has a side to the story in life. You know, if you say something harsh or something like hurtful to your child, you need, whenever you have calmed down or whenever you have figured your calm down space, you need to approach your child and have a decent conversation now. Black parents like lashing out. We all know that black parents like lashing out. So whenever they are done lashing out and when they've calmed down now, they must learn how to have a decent conversation with their children.
Because that also helps in how the child later learns how to communicate, and also helps them learn how to communicate.
And they should stop this thing of always, like, when their children ask for something, their first answer would be no.
Even there's a lot to say. Like, that lives in your mind.
That lives in my mind, rent-free. Because my mom used to tell me no a lot growing up. I don't want to lie to you. She used to tell me no. And like that made me never want to ask her for certain things. Or not even ask. Approach them sometimes, want to. Like sometimes you don't know how to do this thing, or maybe you cannot figure this part of your life out. But you genuinely want to talk. But you already, because of how you grew up, like your past experiences make you feel like they're gonna act this way. So now you cannot talk to them. So it builds a communication barrier between parent and child. So like
you just like the point is gonna repeat itself. I was never heard when I was young, so I'm never gonna be heard now.
In my old life. So what's the use to talk with them? And like I always said, like my cousin also told me the other day, he was like, now they say that we don't like being with family, or we're not family orientated. And then it's like, because we never were taught how to be like that. But now we have built our own families that are not even our blood
outside.
But these families are more there for us than blood. That's also one of the things that people never speak about, People never want to touch on it. Sometimes your friends or whoever it might be, like the person you're dating in life, becomes your biggest family. They even more there for you than your actual real family. And they would listen to you more than your actual real family. And they would help you and support you more than your actual family. Sometimes also that type of families we should never ever take for granted, because those are the ones who's gonna propel us for the next journeys of our lives also.
But also, and then people say things like, when you want to stay away from or cut off certain family members who you feel are toxic to you, and they say things like, no, you can't do that, that's your mom, you can't do that, that's your dad, you can't do that, that's your family member. But then like there's so much trauma and toxicity attached to you guys' relationship. Like, you
people
can't
don't understand
anymore.
They don't understand that process now. It's like the other day I was talking to this Bram, and like I was like, the only reason we cannot have this conversation, or the only reason I'm not gonna have this conversation with you, is because you coming into this conversation, you have already made a decision that I am wrong because of that person is older than me. You have subconsciously already summed up everything just because of
the
age restrictions or age limits between the two. And then I was like, that's why we're not gonna have this conversation. You can say whatever you want to say, but I'm not gonna say whatever I want to say because of you already like
they won't hear you.
Yeah, you not hear me out. You already came. You judge me basically also because of that's what our parents used to do with us when they say like we cannot say, or maybe like
they can't be two bulls in one car. Things like that actually do play along.
Sometimes it's not like that, bro. Sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes it's just because of we are all people. At the end of the day, we are all human beings. You are raising a human being. This person one day is going to be grown and is going to carry everything that you have taught them with them. And they're going to take out whatever they have learned from you, and they're going to put it out to the world then. And when they get out into the world then, the world is something different. Because the world also has a bunch of different individuals who's bringing whatever they have been taught in their households, and it's gonna be clashing, and they're gonna challenge you understand? Like for instance, let's say about homophobic parents, and then it translates to the child, and our children are going out there being homophobic, and the world is actually changing. And now,
like, but also, like, sometimes homophobia from parents comes from a place of, I don't want my child to be gay or lesbian, so I have to scare them into that, like into not being that. So now the child becomes homophobic because the parent was saying this to scare them. Now they go out into the world and then they spread that homophobia to other people, and then
and then they die in the world out there. So like, yeah, that's the other thing. Like, but at the end of the day, there's no formula to it.
There is no formula. Yeah, but do you have any closing remarks before we go?
Let me drop my wisdom of knowledge. This is Penza, aka Pamela. You know how I do this.
Yeah.
Shebaha, black child, you are not on your own. We are all in this. And this is our safe space. And you are all invited into it. And until the next episode, we're going to do this again.
Yeah, like, it's not a safe space without Pamela giving us his wisdom at the end, okay? It's not. But yeah, thank you guys for making this a safe space for us, and I hope that we are making it a safe space for you guys too. If you guys want to, I don't know, add any comments on, if you could relate to what we were saying, do let us know in the comments. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Share your stories. Also, we like to hear from you.
Please, yeah, I would also like you, like I said, Black Child, you're not on your own. You guys can also give us something about you guys there. And I feel like the more we put it out there, the more we set the heart free. And the more easy the soul becomes.
We have lighter hearts, you know, the burdens are like uploaded somewhere. Like mine now is like, I'm no longer carrying it with me. But yeah, that's it from me. Guys. That's it from me, and that's it from my co-host. We'll see you next time. Bye.